Faisal, you've talked in the past about essence, and I think it would be great for you to expound on essence as a healing agent.
Okay. This is, this subject, as I said before, fascinates me. This is an invitation. It's not like it's going to cover the subject. It's invitation from my heart and soul for the healers, many healers, for many talented, gifted people in that field. May this add to them, to their capacities, and may they bring us more richness and more healing at a time where we really need it. Humanity is suffering a lot. I always consider myself as a healer, not so much as a teacher or as a therapist. I learned some here and there and skills and development, but my deepest aspiration is healing. And I used to view essence as healing. I used to work on people hand-on, and then essence come and it goes to the different part of their body and heals it. Some qualities go to the nervous system, some goes to the glandular system, some goes to the muscles, to the bones, you name it. So essence is very much related to the body, and the loss of any quality results not only in psychological issues, but also in physical ailments, and sometimes we address the psychological issues without knowing the physical ailment that is resulted from the loss of that quality. We don't have this knowledge of this quality causes this. I have little, I know other teachers have more, but I think we can really gather this knowledge and understand it better. I give an example, maybe I did it before, about, for example, tiredness. Many people complain about being tired, even though they haven't done much at all. So the tiredness is not like really physical tiredness. It's not like they work 12, 14 hours, exhausted, tired. They just tired because they are just some kind of lethargy, some kind of weakness in the system, And sometimes this tiredness can go into fatigue, chronic fatigue syndrome. Some people feel so much that way. And often, it is, so often, over 90%, that when a person is experiencing tiredness without an actual physical exhaustion, some people don't do anything. They wake up from sleep, they're tired. Often these people who are suffering also from chronic fatigue syndrome, there is a quality of essence that gives the energy of vitality, aliveness, strength, warmth, ability to mobilize. This quality, we call it red essence. This quality is associated with the right side, of the human being. Often it's blocked in the liver or in the perineum, And people who have chronic fatigue syndrome, they have sometimes sluggish liver or sluggish perineum, not because of blocked perineum, not because something wrong with the liver. It's this quality, this energy is not allowed. And this energy has the effect of heat. When it comes, like you're in fire, you become like a fireball, You see children, they sit for 1 minute, then in no time, they're just, again, on their toes, running around. What gives them so much vitality and energy? Major part of it is this quality, it's red in color, red essence, we call it, generated in the liver. In fact, the center of it, they say under the right breast. And this quality for a seer, you can see it red light or red wine or red ruby, a variety of gradations to it. And each gradation with these with one kind of tiredness or another. Tiredness of the head might bring red diamond. Tiredness of the heart might bring red pearl. The tiredness of the belly might bring red citadel, something like that. Variety of flavors and textures and gradation to this quality. When this quality comes in the system, not only it gives it the ability to move, and you feel like infinite energy. All day long, you're going and going and going, barely feeling any tiredness. You know, since this energy in my system opened up in my system years ago through bioenergetics, hitting and kicking and yelling, the heat started building in my system. Depression lifted off, fatigue lifted off, and I rarely don't know what tiredness is. I mean, I know physical tiredness. If I work in the garden for a few hours, then I'm tired, you know. But if not, if I am walking and teaching and doing all of those things, I am just like a fireball, continuing and strengthening and keeping my body really immune from so many things, you know, diseases and all of those things. So this quality is the energy of vitality, the energy of strength. And if this is cut off, then you know you feel the fatigue, and then you might go into medication or into all kind of things. That usually is not going to be that great of help. It might help, but not much. This quality is blocked by specific conflict in our unconscious, by specific issue. You know, this this quality kicks in the child system, in the baby system, around, I think, the age of 5, 6 months, when the child begin to, maybe 9 months old, when the child begin to crawl, you know, and start to walk, you know, stand up and begin to walk and begin to practice what in psychology called separation subphase. You know, the child is beginning to separate from mother, beginning to walk its walk, you know, beginning to venture. It's curious, you know, but it's all the time the child walk one step, then looks, is she there or not? If she is there, continues, you know. So they go through this rapprochement phase, separation and coming back, and separation, coming back. If this phase in the child is encouraged, is supported, if it is neither pushed nor held back, you know, some mothers cannot separate from the child. It's just this, the child is their yummy object. They just want to, you know, hold it, devour it, protect it so much. Then the child has difficulty separating from mother. And then sometimes the child is also being scared about so many things, you know. It want to go and experiment, but it's always overprotected. Don't do, you might get harmed. Don't, you know. So this energy of courage, of excitement, of doing things, get impaired over a deep anxiety, what we call separation anxiety. That if I have this energy, I might lose my mother. You know? And one of the major separation anxiety in the chronic fatigue syndrome is that the chronic fatigue syndrome is nothing but merged state with mother. She was a depressed system. So as long as I get depressed, I am with mom. I have mom. You know, the moment I am out of depression, I am in light and energy and adventure, and I want to travel, I want to go out, do all kinds of things. Then I'm separating from mom. Then it creates deep anxiety. How am I gonna abandon mom or leave mom or live without mom? So there are symptoms like this that happen in our system, not because of anything biological, no, not anything psychological. It is the absence of a quality of essence. And if we know the quality of essence, and if we know the stage that it usually gets stopped or impaired, we can retrieve it. And then the quality becomes the healing and the curing of whatever ailment we're suffering from, you know. Gold can help the nervous system relax. You know, pearl can fill the body with sensuality, and white can give the body solidity, groundedness. These essential states do really enhance the body. And of course, then it enhances the mind and the psyche, you know. So essence is like an infinite richness that can transform our mind into more healing and our body into more healing and curing. And it's just we need to have this map, this chartered map, more clear, how to cultivate those qualities. You know, I think I mentioned at one time I experimented. You know, there is the N.O.O.R machine. Did I ever mention it? Yeah. In which we downloaded the frequencies. You know, I downloaded in bottles the frequency of different essential states, and this machine registered it. Then it did it like a biofeedback for, you know, my friend. He's a doctor in Germany, and he applied it to the patient. He knows, like, if somebody's suffering from this quality is maybe missing. So he transmitted the frequency of the quality, you know, in the homeopathic quality, you know, frequency to the person. And he said he had remarkable results, you know, really very beautiful results. I believe there come time when we're gonna also have all the frequencies of those essential states, and we can, whenever a person comes having some kind of trouble, the doctor will not just give them, you know, a pill, but will give them also maybe a shot of this frequency. You know, we will, you know, but of course we have to know the issues, because we will reject it. You know, if I transmit red essence to somebody without them knowing that it means separation of matter or death of matter, you know, they will resist it. But if they understand that depression is really that they're feeling is just matter representation, you know, and if they can, you know, let go of it, the red essence will come. Then there is willingness. So there is consciousness, there is karma resolution, issue resolution. So it all goes together harmoniously. Body, mind, spirit, psyche, you know, they work together. But this knowledge about essence and what it does to the body, I really love to have that encyclopedia about it. Mm-hmm. Really, I pray to the healers to look, not to be afraid, you know. And if they see something, to check it again. If it turns out to be wrong, let go. You know, make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's the red essence. Is the courage. You make mistakes, own it, resolve it, and look again. To have the courage of the spirit, to bring the spirit back, you know, into this world.
So are you saying that essentially all beings are born with, you know, sort of a fullness of essence of all the different kinds of varieties, and then as things happen in their development, essence is obscured?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, we believe that every baby comes in the absolute and tons of essential state, which is true, you know, and an identity, a point of light. That's, you know, the soul looks at you and connects and learns. And we used to think that maybe the baby come with all the essential states, you know, or maybe at least the potential for all the essential states, you know, to go. I think in general that's true, but I think karmically, some people might come, some soul might come, and might have lost some quality in a previous lifetime. So when they come, they might not have it. So some children, for example, come very feisty, for example, have red essence. Some children are weak, are not vital, not strong. So they might have not had red essence. Now, is that due to merging with the parents and the environment, or is that due to reincarnational, you know? But the creation of the human body is made of essential states. That's why babies, their body is so yummy, so beautiful, alive, and you just, you know, you don't want to separate from them. You just want to hold them. Mm-hmm. But what is the extent? I don't know. What's the gradation? Like when a Rinpoche is born, you know, how are they? You know, an ordinary baby born and a Rinpoche born, they are embodied the same amount of essence and richness, you know. Sometimes I wonder how did Mary feel carrying the Christ? You know, she must be so glorious, otherwise she would go insane. Really, the essence of Christ must have exploded here, but she must have been of equal magnitude, to that. And I believe she was of equal magnitude to that. So yes, there is, I think, gradations. But all of this, I'm revealing so much and sharing so much. And I admit what I know and what we have about knowledge of essence is so little. I have enough knowledge for, I don't know, books, 100 books, but it's only so little, There is this knowledge that I see, but I know I am not the one who can bring so much of it. I am just a pioneer. I am just somebody who is encouraging, who is saying to my friends, seekers, all of that, please don't be afraid. It's only issues on the way. They can be resolved. There are teachings about them, but there is a glory waiting for us. There is the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's within, and it's also at hand. So this is, I don't know, a voice of encouragement, a voice of saying, please come out. Please bring us your bliss. You are not just a case that's going to be studied and going to be, diagnosed and healed. You are a soul that came to this existence to also give. And the most painful thing is not that we became needy and we are, no, it's not that we need. The biggest pain is that we are prevented from giving. That's more painful than feeling, oh, I need. Yes, need might bring shame, might need dependency, all of those things. And it's painful. But when you are a sun and it want to shine, and all the time they put, like covers on it, that's painful. We are sunshine inside. We are suns. We are stars shining inside. And the nature of the self is altruism. The nature of the ego is narcissism. So when we reach the self, especially the point of light and the great self, the absolute, they all emanate. They give. The sun doesn't think of getting anything. It just pours its light all over existence. This is how we are, So it's just an invitation. Let's show up, And do we have messes? Yes. Welcome to the club, We have issues, but we also have a glory. We have a lot to give. It hurts the child, not when the child goes for something and it doesn't get it from mother or father. That hurts. But more painful is that when the child want to give love, want to give hug, want to give love, and it's rejected. It's like that's the light shining and it's, attacked. So there is a lot waiting, really, so much waiting.